one.
Come sit close, child. The world has been whispering, and you ain't been listening. Let me tell you something. The old ones told me, cause the road ahead don't play with nobody. Walk right, child, the road is getting narrow now. The storm's been talking and the road is getting narrow now. The storm's been talking and the earth is getting loud. Choices echo, every step comes back around. Walk right, child, before the fire hits the ground. I seen good men fall cause they followed the wrong drum, chasing shadows in the city, forgetting where they come from. World spinning faster, folks losing their way, trading truth for a dollar, throwing wisdom away. But the drum keeps beating, child, listen when it calls. Every lie we follow shakes the mountains and the walls. You can't run the truth, it's written in your bones. Stand up, choose right, or the storm will take the throne. Walk right, child, the road is getting narrow now. Storm's been talking and the earth is getting loud. Choices echo, every step comes back around. Walk right, child, before the fire hits the ground. Walk right, child, the road is getting narrow now. Storm's been talking and the earth is getting loud. Choices echo, every step comes back around. Walk right, child, before the fire hits the ground. But hear me now, you're stronger than the darkness in your way. You can turn the whole world with the choices that you make. Lift your people, hold your ground. Keep your spirit clean and true. And the storm will bow its head when it sees the fire in you. If you play with fire, child, fire learns your name. If you follow fools, you'll inherit all their shame. But if you walk with wisdom, child, the earth will clear your path. Choose the road of honor, or the world will choose your wrath. Walk right, child, the road is getting narrow now. Storm's been talking and the earth is getting loud. Choices echo, every step comes back around. Walk right, child, before the fire hits the ground. Walk right, child, your footsteps shape the world you see. Stand in truth now, that's how you keep your people free. Walk right, child, the future's watching who you'll be.
Welcome everybody to the War Room. We're coming sliding in here tonight on a Friday night, 2026, February 20th at 2/2, right?
The
22 master builder number 11 22 33 44. I'm knocking at the front door. No, I'm playing. I'm not a Freemason. I'm just my mama's son. That's all. Just my mama's son. So I want to welcome everybody to the War Room.
welcome.
I think we're going to get the release that nobody asked for. That's the title of the show tonight.
And it's not the Epstein.
And it's not the list. It's not what you want.
We wanted that.
You can't always get what you want, but you can get the alien invasion and Project Bluebeam.
Yeah, let's go.
It's like asking for something to drink and they give you quite the opposite, right? You're thirsty, but they give you something to eat.
Give you Folsom water.
You're dehydrated, and they give you peanut butter.
But the timing is funny.
The timing is yeah. So I hope everybody can see it for what it is. It's kind of hard, rough to see, and we have to go through some shit. But it's called the Great Shaking, the Great Noticing, the Great Awakening, whatever you want to call it. But it's been going on for quite some time now. We went back this morning. We did a recording this morning on the Telegram chat, the War Room Telegram chat. If you're not in the War Room Telegram chat, you can go to.
Rumble.
I have the QR code at the top right corner or the top left corner of the screen. You can go check that out. So we went back 26 years this morning in order to make sense of the things that we're seeing today, or try to make sense of it, right? Future proves the past, right?
Yes.
So what I've noticed was this psychological operation that we think just started when Trump came down the escalator has been going on for quite some time, right? With your Al Gore Bush election into fiasco in 2001, the dark winter simulation before 9/11. Bush was pretty much on vacation for 42% of that time, right? When he first got into office, right? And if we go back to that election, remember they were counting the Chads, and it was Florida that was the state that was able to determine. And then you look at the connections in Florida, right? Jeb Bush, and then you look at all the networks called the election for Al Gore except for one, which was the last one, which was Fox. Fox called it for Bush, and then everyone else switched. So was it the media that picked the president in 2000, or was it the people? Right? I don't. And then it went all the way to the Supreme Court when it was right. So then we fast forward to 2020, and then we see the same thing with Fox. They called the election for Biden. Right?
Yes.
Was the first one to call it for Biden, which set the tempo for the rest of them. It looked like, and then they made the office of Joe Biden and all that other fakery shit. So it's like Bush got in there, but it really wasn't Bush. It was something much greater than him, right? This military industrial complex, CIA, Mockingbird Media had a play in that, right? And then we look at um, the Dark Winter exercise, which is just like Event 201, which took place June 22nd through the 23rd of 2001 at an Air Force base. We discussed that this morning as well. And it's the similar thing. It was they were already talking about Iraq and Afghanistan in that simulation way before 9/11, right? Um, but the major cover up that took place after those towers fell and everyone knew that they were going to fall too, right? And then we see Lucknut, right here. He didn't show up to work that day. The luckiest guy on the planet. Everyone else perished. Like they said, he had what the top 3 floors is what Trump said. Yeah, so Trump brought it up at the Oval Office. So it's like he tells you in a joking manner, like it's really not something you want everyone to be remember, right? Especially if you're trying to stay under the radar, like Lutnick has all this time, right? And then we look at who actually has been benefiting since those buildings fell, and who is benefiting even from today, like the tariffs, right? Like Lutnick benefits from that. Here we
Yeah,
have,
they all do. All do but us.
yeah.
That's what people don't understand. It
Uh,
actually makes our prices go higher.
So Jewish Zionist Howard Lutnick's firm bought up the rights to tariff refunds for 20 to 30 cents on the dollar in 2025. So today the Supreme Court struck the tariffs down. For every $100 investment, Lutnick's family just made 3 to 5 times that. Welcome to the uh, Jewish scam that is MAGA, right? This isn't Lutnick isn't MAGA. Okay, I want to just say that. Why do we keep calling these politicians and actors that have been in play for in the shadow for decades MAGA? MAGA, to me, in my opinion, was the people. Trump created a movement, yes, but it was he took advantage of what the people wanted, and it really wasn't him, and used that to his advantage to get in, just like every other politician, right? So now here the rubber meets the road, right? We have the Lutnick. Here, let me add this. All right. So after Liberation Day, when tariffs were choking importers, Howard Lutnick's family firm, the Cantor Fitzgerald, reportedly bought up tariff refunds at 20 to 30 cents on the dollar. Now the Supreme Court has invalidated the tariffs. So 3 months ago, Lutnick said this on Newsmax. I think the Supreme Court is leaning toward the president. I left very upbeat and very positive, and I think these justices are going to come down in favor of the president's powers. If those refund payouts, every $100 they put in could turn into $300 to $500. America is being defrauded by the Trump administration. Where is Nick Shirley, right? Where's Nick Shirley at to expose this fraud? So
Right.
a little jab at this. This is left right politics. They're kind of jabbing at each other, right? But here we have. Here, let me put this on the big screen a little bit. Make it. See, there we go. So everybody can read that. In case you're sitting across the room, probably still can't read it. I'll read it for you though. Um, so the Supreme Court just ruled Trump's tariffs are illegal, and guess who's about to make a fortune off of it? Cantor Fitzgerald, the firm now run by Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick's sons, has been buying up the rights to tariff refunds from U.S. importers at pennies on the dollar. And here's how this scheme works. The U.S. companies paid billions in tariffs that are now ruled illegal. Cantor approaches those companies and says, hey, I'll give you 25 cents now for every dollar you owed in refunds. Then the companies take the quick cash rather than wait years for the legal process. And then when the refunds come through, Cantor collects the full dollar when on the swing on the rebound. So he buys it low and then catches it when it comes back.
Yeah, they're showing you how they do these things.
This is a game.
It's a big game.
It's one big game, guys, and
They're the winners always because they know the game.
and in the meantime, we have elderly out here trying to make ends meet.
Like what that guy say, they know it's fake.
Right.
They know it's fake. Right?
Yeah. So while they're playing these games, people are struggling. Americans are struggling. But they got $10 billion to create a board of peace. Right. 10 billion.
Yeah, because it costs that much.
Yeah. It's just constant money. It's like weird ass shit that they create. Anyways, let me continue here before I get off track. I'm frustrated just like everybody else, but I'm seeing it for what it is. This is I've never seen something so in your face before. Like the crime spree is like not even hidden. It's like on TV, right? With for those that have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, they can see what's taking place on a grander scale. And it gets frustrating and time has drug on, and it's been a few months, few years longer than you expected. But you got to think, man, this is when we went back this morning, we realized that this whole operation was started way a long time ago, decades ago, with the way the media uses propaganda to manipulate the people to support things they normally wouldn't support. So our mainstream media is silent on a lot of these things
As usual.
as usual, and there's a reason behind that, right? So Lutnick divested from Cantor by handing it to his 20-something sons. He has 20-something sons?
What? That's disgusting.
Hold on. Lutnick divested from Cantor by handing it to his 20-something sons and placing his
Yeah,
equity in a trust for. He's got $1 billion. You know what I mean? He's a billionaire.
Maybe he had some secret things.
He's trying to spread his seed just like Epstein. Everybody's trying to party.
Oh, wait a minute. Handing it over to his 20-something son. So no, he doesn't have 20 sons. He has
Their
20
ages
something.
are 20.
Yeah. I thought he had like 20 kids. I'm like, no, that does not have to happen.
I'm like, guys, y'all worried about the Haitians and these other groups? Lutnick's got 20 kids. Like shit.
Right?
That and 0 for the daughters.
All right. Okay. If none of this happened, we wouldn't even know who Howard Lutnick was. We wouldn't even really have been reminded of what took place at 9/11 and how he escaped death and how, all he was concerned about was collecting on those people that passed away. He called them his victims, right? Keywords. Put,
Yeah, the
so
9/11 thing is kind of just like the Titanic,
right,
right? So it's
yeah,
just
yeah, it's a
newer
major
versions.
event that happens that changes the course of history and control and power, especially with the banking system. Because there were people that went down in that allegedly that were against everything that we're in now.
Yeah, and there were some that something suddenly came up and they didn't go.
Right.
Yeah,
Like
Marsha
who? That
Brady,
reminds who does that remind
Marsha
you of?
Brady with her something suddenly came up.
Who- That reminds you of Lutnick. That's a good point, Nadine. That is a very good point. You connecting the dot 100 years back, and then right after that, they went to Jekyll Island, right? J.P. Morgan, blood
Yeah.
money. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He didn't show up, and he didn't catch the Titanic that day. You're right. Same shit. Crazy, right? And then we look at today how that comes into play. All right. So as Commerce Secretary, well, let me go up right here. So Lutnick divested from Cantor by handing it to his 20-something sons and placing his equity in a trust for those same sons. He paid zero capital gains tax on the transfer. As Commerce Secretary, Lutnick has direct visibility into the government's legal strategy, how their lawyers rate their odds, and what arguments they'll make. His family firm is betting against the very tariffs that his boss created. So they bought at 25 cents on the dollar, and after today's SCOTUS ruling, those rights could be worth 80 to 90 cents. Now think about that. How many millions of billions that somebody just made just like that, like that. Now think about then we go back. Remember when Trump was messing with the stock market and how he brought in those two or three people that made like, and he pointed out he was like, this guy made 250
Yeah,
million dollars in one
I
day.
looked at him like,
He was pointing all this stuff out.
yeah, he's
So
showing.
Trump serves a purpose.
Yeah, but it would be more helpful if they already built up the Nancy Pelosi part of this with the stock. So it'd be helpful if they kept her involved in it so that people could really connect it instead of being like, oh, well, let's put a curve in there so people won't really understand what's going on.
That's what they do. That's done on purpose.
All right. So the potential payout could be in the billions. This is insider trading with extra steps. And guys, this is served up on a platter for you. So you can see it. You don't need Congress. You don't need no more damn hearings. We're seeing this crime tree play out right in our face that started decades ago with Netanyahu coming in with the weapons of mass destruction narrative right after 9/11. On September 12th, he was in Congress testifying that there were weapons of mass destruction in Afghanistan, Iraq, and that we needed to, like immediately. The next day after 9/11, he already knew who. So that was the intelligence agencies that we get our information from that tells us who we need to, they say things like, hey, Trump, Iran wants to, assassinate you. That's what they said, we need to do something about this. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
and who's involved in all the assassinations? Is it Iran that did JFK? Is any connections to Iran with JFK? Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Robert Kennedy Sr.? No, no Iran. Vietnam, right? Reagan, when he got his assassination attempt in the 80s. And there's been plenty more
Yes.
of those that take place, kind of like a regime change, assassination attempt type situation, right? So just wanted to bring that up if we're seeing the tariff thing in the news. But let me pull this off here. I don't know what this has to do with. Let me pull this up. Is this it? Okay.
Do you
Thank you. Thank you very
smoke
much.
your house?
So I wanted to share that with you. That came from Markets and Mayhem. This is why the internet exists. Was for videos like that, right? What is the
She's an
Dow got?
embarrassment. Yes, she is.
Like, look, what does this alien invasion got to do with the Dow? It's up
Wait
to
a minute.
50
The
thou.
Dow is 2 days ago. We're on to the aliens now.
I need to put a Dow ticker. I need to give everybody the Dow ticker update across the bottom. What's the Dow at today? 49. I've never
It
looked at
went
the Dow
down
in my
on that
life,
one.
but you know, so we have so we went over the tariffs. Okay. So Ludnick divested. Okay, we went over
It's
that.
at 49,625.
49 went.
625.
So it went down below 50 thou.
Mm-hmm.
It's still down. So that's what they called Liberation Day, right? The tariffs. When tariffs were choking importers, Howard Lutnick's family firm, they cashed in, right? While we were paying. So, and that, I'm sure I don't need to keep going over this, beating a dead horse. We get it, right? So I'm not even going to play this. I don't want to hear him talking anymore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
Fed up with being Israel's military. It tells you why Americans are fed up with Israel controlling our foreign policy in the Middle East. Our Americans are fed up with being Israel's military. It tells you why Americans are fed up with Israel controlling our foreign policy in the Middle East. Oh, Israel really wants that war with Iran. So go ahead and do it then, Israel. Oh, not without us, huh? Not without our blood and treasure, huh? We're sick of it. Folks, this is such a revelation on why our foreign policy in the Middle East has gone so badly and why the United States of America has had to pay the price for Israel's decisions in the Middle East. Israel cannot do what it does in the Middle East without the United States. And as soon as the United States says, we're not going to take part in your next war, they don't engage in their next war. Well, you know what? Israel, you might just have to settle for something that you struggle with. That's called peace in the Middle East.
So something they struggle with, which is peace. They always say peace, 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 but then they're bombing their neighbors and out the back door, right?
Yeah, they're also our greatest friends, but they keep freaking milking us
Scream peace.
into debt.
Yeah, they scream peace right after they punch you in the nose and take
Yeah,
your
they
money,
don't want to fight.
and then you chase them down to beat them up, and they go peace, peace. Wait, 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 wait,
No, I
wait.
didn't
Hold
mean
on.
it. I didn't mean it.
Let's come together. Hold on, we can do this. Like, wait, hold on now. You're trying to avoid something here. All right, so there we go. That was Owen Shore. I think this YouTube channel is
American
Breezy Politics. You can go check it out on YouTube, and you can also go subscribe to Owen's channel. He went independent now. I don't agree with everything he says. Uh, we don't have all the same positions, but we can all have. I think as Americans, we all agree that nobody wants to continue in the direction that we've been headed over the last few decades. Can we all agree? All right.
Yeah.
I think we can agree to that. So. So I don't care about aliens, is what Shipwreck says. She said, screw the aliens. And if we go back, we've been shown, like, I can pull up video after video after video of military or somebody catching, you know, UMPs or UFOs or whatever they want to call it today on film.
But you gotta also remember they have advanced technologies hundreds of years above what we
Right.
know.
They're
So
already
what if they didn't recognize them? It's probably why,
right.
right?
Like Bill Cooper said, the water would open up and then things would come out of there like almost the size of an aircraft carrier.
Yeah, Navy people
Yeah.
have reported that as well, coming out of the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is nothing new. So like they said, this is just a distraction. They made this announcement 5 years ago. Remember with all the drones conversation, and then the UFOs and UAPs. That remember all that psyop, or was that?
Yeah, I remember it.
About aliens now. We're going to disclose all the alien files because y'all won't stop talking about Jeffrey Epstein and his co-conspirators and demanding their accountability. There is no in true distraction fashion. We're going to go ahead and talk about aliens now. We're going to disclose all the alien files because y'all won't stop talking about Jeffrey Epstein.
So they won't release the files on the people that can be held accountable and brought to justice, but they'll release some files on some aliens. That's got to be some really bad shit in those other files. The the Anthony Weiner laptop, I know is pretty horrible, allegedly, right?
Yes.
So you can only imagine what all the other Clinton's emails, Epstein is really just the fall guy, is what it seems like. Low man on totem pole. So he's protecting something much bigger and greater than him.
Yes.
He's just a character.
Hunter's laptop was just a precursor, right?
Right. But how do you get charged with trafficking humans to nobody? How do you get charged with human trafficking but yet you did traffic people to anybody?
Right.
There's no client list. There's no anyone downrange. That's like, drug dealer going to court and claiming he didn't traffic drugs to anybody, but yet he's got the charge for drug trafficking, federal.
Yeah.
All right, let me continue here. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy UFO Friday. Hey, we would actually get good film and footage of UMPs and UFOs if they wouldn't stop trying to block the damn sky out. They keep
exactly.
You keep it gray. Like, it's been gray here for days. Like, today was horrible. It's blanketed, real, like, it was warm, but it was just cloudy. Like, just, so if you're going to really pull off this psyops, guys, you need to clear up the skies. How are we going to see Operation Bluebeam if the chemtrails are blocking it? Like, y'all need to step your game up here. We need better entertainment and distractions. If you're really going to do this, we need the skies to be cleared out so that we can fully get into this psychological thing that's fixing to take place. And it's going to change, whether it be UFOs, aliens, whatever it is that's coming. It's going to change the course of history forever, I believe.
Unless they're just going to disclose their draft.
Right.
And then they portray it something else on TV.
Because once they get to that level that there's an outside threat, then the military steps up to a different level of. It'll be like a one world military. One world everything. That's what the alien threat is getting us to. That's what's bringing in the next.
That's what I think, because the DARPA and Lockheed Martin and all of them have that technology. Remember, they said they were going to release the technology. So I'm thinking they're going to release it, like show us, but they're going to spin it to put people in fear. The TV.
Right. Think about what they did during COVID. Think about what they're capable of. Putting people in fear. That's the easiest way to control people and get them to do what you want them to do. And we talked about that this morning as well, with the simulation of Dark Winter in June of 2001. Or no, we went and reviewed Fahrenheit 9/11, Michael Moore's. I'm not promoting the person, but the interviews that he had in that documentary opened my eyes up to a much bigger picture of all this that's taking place even today. Let me get back here to the UFOs.
Distraction fashion. We're going to go ahead and talk about aliens now. We're going to disclose all the alien files because y'all won't stop talking about Jeffrey Epstein and his co-conspirators and demanding their accountability. There is no tremendous interest that was shown in wanting to see alien files. I firmly believe that, one, that was all started in order to get you to talk about something else, or to get the news, Fox News specifically, to be able to talk about something else. But two, I believe that this was put out because it's creating a lot of speculation as to whether or not he's going to talk about this at the State of the Union. And my guess is that current polls or current whatever things that they have to tell them how things are going is telling them that nobody's going to watch this.
Oh, State of the Union's coming up. What a
Mhm.
what a good way to get everyone to tune in. I didn't. When is that? State of the Union, State of the Eggs address. Oh, the timing of it. So, do you really think he's going to do a State of the Union address and even mention Epstein? I don't think so. Got to have something bigger and better, right? Aliens.
Well, that's what everyone's expecting, yeah, right? Because
Yeah,
remember when he said that a long time ago, he was going to release that information, right? And he never did.
yeah.
So he held it until, yeah.
Hey, y'all go give Shipwreck a follow on X at the Shipwreck Show. Timing is sus, she says. But you all knew that, right?
The State of the Union, and my guess is that current polls or current whatever things that they have to tell them how things are going is telling them that nobody's going to watch the State of the Union, or that viewership of the State of the Union will be historically low. So this is trying to drum up excitement for that. I've seen them do this before, and I got caught up in it. I was like, oh my God, I got to watch because I want to see if he was going to talk about aliens, and then I watched and then they didn't. I'm not going to get caught up in it again. Fuck your State of the Union. Unless you were going to drag these co-conspirators out on that fucking stage and hang them by a noose on their fucking neck, I don't care about your State of the Union. I don't care what you got to say about the economy. I don't care about the inflated things that you've got in order to make yourself look good. I don't fucking care. The economy in my house is not any better. I just dropped $230 on groceries again this week. We're not even buying meat. We're not buying specialty fucking items. Talk to me about all these tax breaks. We're getting all these tax breaks. They're historically low on a high tax breaks. And I saw one post on Facebook. They're like, what are you going to do with all that extra money? Where are you going on vacation? Comment below. Bitch, I'm going on vacation in my back fucking yard because I ain't seen anything yet. My middle class ass has seen zero relief. None.
She's going on vacation in her backyard, guys. That's how bad it's getting.
Right?
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
No. But
You
get
can,
her point.
I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with sleeping in your backyard. I mean, at least while you're out there and you're looking up at the stars, you can just be thinking about the Tao and how it's 50 Tao.
Because I ain't seen anything yet. My middle class ass has seen zero relief. None. None. Don't talk to me about your fucking tax reform. I don't want to hear about the tax reform. I don't want to hear about the baby monkey. I'm sorry. It's sad. I didn't watch the video.
What's the deal with the baby monkey?
I don't know which one that was.
Tax reform. I don't want to hear about the tax reform. I don't want to hear about the baby monkey.
I missed the baby monkey psyop.
I did too.
Shit.
It's okay. It's all good.
Oh my God. I guess because I was focused on the Tao.
I'm sorry. It's sad. I didn't watch the video and I probably won't, but that's the way that monkeys go. Okay, you step out of line. Adult monkeys are going to drag you around by your ears. But they don't do is they don't eat and have sex with children, probably of the human species. So maybe we should refocus. We should refocus off the monkey and off the State of the Union and off the aliens back on to demanding accountability for all these co-conspirators. My understanding that Lex Wexner, okay, he went ahead and had a conversation with Congress and they were like, did you do all these things? And he's like, no. And his lawyer's like, if you don't start answering these questions in five words or less, I'm going to fucking kill you. Why isn't that being addressed a little bit more? Why isn't this being talked a little bit more about? Hung up. I want to see you hung up. I'm all done paying taxes. I don't want to pay taxes. I want to see accountability to the nth degree. And to everybody in my comments, they're like, did you not hear her when it was Pam Bondi? Did you not hear her when she said that there were investigations? Do you not know how investigations? No, my bad. I still got my Russiagate investigation curtains up, COVID investigation and accountability decorations up, sitting on our thumbs and waiting for a corrupt FBI or a corrupt Department of Justice to actually investigate and hold anybody accountable are fucking over. Shit is wore out. Accountability's coming. Accountability's coming. Accountability. We still don't know where the money laundering and all that shit. What happened with that with Ukraine? Is there still a war going on in Ukraine? You can talk to me about aliens. I don't care about aliens unless they come down out of the sky and string you all up by your fucking ankles or from the ocean or from the interdimensional portal. I don't care. I don't care. We are living in a world that is run by a bunch of baby-eating pedophiles. Look at this baby monkey. Well, what about Savannah's mother? Aliens? Is aliens going to do it? Bring Lincoln's ghost out from the White House next? Yep, ghosts are real. Here he is. Ooga booga. Precious midterms. That's all I see Conservative Incorporated posting about. But what about the midterm? What about the midterms? Nobody gives a fuck about the midterms. I don't give a fuck about the midterm. Well, then the Democrat. I don't give a fuck about the Democrats either. I don't fucking care. don't care about the Democrats. I'm not afraid of the Democrats. They're going to ruin your life. They already ruined my life. And look, nothing happened. Nobody was held accountable for it. Nobody was held accountable. You know what happened? It just continued on. At least things are better now than they were. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're not better now than they were. I'm not supposed to be swearing. I forgot. Dang it.
Yeah, there you go.
That was really good. That's like her regular
Yeah.
show. You know, she's gotten a little bit more professional. Screw professional.
Professional.
Yeah, whatever. You know, she's
the hell
just
is that?
using her words better. And now she's like, fuck it. I wasn't supposed to swear. Fuck it. Yeah, I like Shipwreck when she's like having breakdowns. Because that's what everybody is feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. She's frustrated and pissed off. A lot of people are.
Yeah. And then when you have, let me switch to this. There we go. People like the Secretary of Treasury, Bessent, Great Scott over here. He says, what an odd way to admit that the Trump administration stole $175 billion from Americans. He said, I got a feeling that the American people won't see the $175 billion in tariff revenue we collected.
Did they make his neck like that on purpose, you think?
Do what?
See how his neck is? You think they did that for us?
Yeah.
Well, you can tell his face doesn't even look right. It looks fake.
Go back.
His whole entire face looks
And they
fake.
didn't go back to sleep.
I mean,
okay.
His hair is like,
It's the great noticing.
yeah.
Right. So this was, I'm going to just keep reiterating this. This was George Soros' right-hand man for 25 years. Right. Yeah. And I don't have anything against the gay community, but if you're a conservative Republican, this guy right here he's a gay man, but then they have a baby, which, you know, each their own. Not judging the people, but just saying it's kind of hypocritical if you say you stand against something, but then you're in full support of. So it's weird when you look into each person's background that's on this world stage. It's like
they claim to be Christian, but that doesn't really kind of go together.
Right.
Well, it's going to be a food fight going after $175 billion, isn't it? So
I got a feeling the American people won't see it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's. Well, it's going to be a food fight going after $175 billion, isn't it? So
I got a feeling the American people won't see it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's. Well, it's going to be
yeah. There you go. Right. The American people probably won't see that at all.
Back in 2017, they already had facial recognition cameras there. So if you jaywalked, if you go to China, they're piloting it a few years ago in Shenzhen. So I lived overseas. If you go to Shenzhen, back in 2017, they already had facial recognition cameras there. So if you jaywalked in Shenzhen, they would immediately detect that and send you a notification, and they would deduct money from your what they call WeChat account. They use two main apps, WeChat and Alipay. So you can actually deduct your money directly from your account. This is 4 years ago. So this is not like some sort of conspiracy theory. It's not something that's going to happen 10 years into the future. This happened pre-corona in China. And so this system in China that exists is extremely advanced. They can detect if it's a man or a woman. They can guess your age. They can detect what kind of car model it is, who the manufacturer is. This is a sort of technology that we see in all these dystopian sort of films and whatever. And people keep putting it off and thinking that this is something that's going to happen later in my kid's lifetime or my grandkids. Here. It's already here. And if this gets implemented anywhere, especially in a Western nation, it's not going away. Israel is already talking about the fourth shot. Then they're going to be going to herpes. And they're going to ask if you're gay. They're going to be asking if you ate 3 pizzas this week because it's unhealthy. If you buy certain books in certain countries, your country doesn't like you, you'll lose points in the social credit score system. So this is already the reality of the world in certain places. And we need to be aware of that if we don't want that or if we do. And to be perfectly honest, anybody who wants this vaccine passport, it's a misnomer. It's total control. Everything you do or don't do will be calculated to the point where if they can detect your GPS signal, if you have a phone on you, they can detect who you're hanging out with. Oh, you're hanging out with somebody that said something bad 9 years ago on Weibo, okay, like a Chinese equivalent to Facebook or something like that, right? Oh, you lose 2 points. Oh, you bought Japanese books, you lose 5 points because you don't like Japan. This is what is going to come here because it's already there.
And we're doing that a little bit with contact tracing for COVID, aren't we? So that they can see where you're at and who you're with.
The simple reality is that the technology that CSIS has and all these big tech corporations, they already know where you are. It's just that they don't want to shock the system too much and admit that they have it. Edward Snowden revealed all this back in 2013. He fled to Hong Kong. They wouldn't keep him there, so now he's in Russia.
Yeah.
But the NSA has all of your information. They know your Google searches from like February 9th, 2004 in a bunker in Colorado.
Help me, Rhonda.
Right? They have all this information. So, but they don't, like in the US, they have the Fourth Amendment. They're not supposed to track you forever.
Right.
See, people think that's a joke, and people always think, "Oh, it's never going to happen to me. Oh, it happens to other." No, it will happen to you. I went through the torture on just with a Twitter account, with a simple little Twitter account, not being able to tweet out. Really, nobody seeing it. I mean, that's like a teeny tiny glimpse of what is coming, and it's weird how people think nothing. Oh, it's not going to happen to me. It doesn't. But no, but if it's happening to other people, you say something. You don't just sit back.
Sorry. Like, here's that.
You got something?
Yeah, I was going to read what they have already as far as surveillance. Okay, in the United States, right? They already have. Okay, they already have in the airports and border facial recognition, right? That's already in use now at airports and land borders. Okay, if it's going to be full nationwide rollout 2026 through 2028, mandatory for most international travel by between 2028 and 2030. So then they have border surveillance and towers and autonomous systems, fixed towers, which is already deployed, AI towers expanding in 2026, 2027, drone assistant border monitoring, that's 2026 through 2030. Federal intelligence data platforms used by the NSA, FBI, CIA, and DHS. It's been active for years, okay? But they're going to do AI and enhanced analysis between 2026 and 2029. Cross-agency real-time sharing through 2028 and 2032. Federal smart city pilots used by DHS, DOT, local partners. Pilot programs are now in New York City, Las Vegas, and Houston. Large-scale expansion between 2027 and 2032. U.S. police surveillance real-time crime centers, RTCCs, used by NYPD, LAPD, Chicago PD, Houston PD, and Dallas PD. Hundreds are active now. Between 2026 and 2028, it will be in most major cities. Mid-sized cities between 2028 and 2032. License plate readers. We already know they have that now, but they're going to have national coverage between 2026 and 2029. AI enhanced tracking between 2027 and 2030. Predictive policing used by LAPD, Atlanta, Miami, and others. Active in selected cities now, but more cities will adopt in 2026, between 2026 and 2028. Integrated with RTCCs by 2028 and through 2031. Police drones, hundreds of departments used now for search, traffic, crowd monitoring. Autonomous patrol drones will be coming out in 2026 through 2029. Drone as first responder programs 2027 through 2032. Gunshot detection it's called ShotSpotter, used by Chicago, New York City, Baltimore, Houston. They're active now. More cities will be added to the system between 2026 and 2028. AI enhanced versions will be 2027 through 2030. Private company surveillance, retail stores, and retail surveillance and loss prevention used by Walmart, Target, Costco, and Amazon. AI cameras are already in use. Behavior tracking analysis 2026 through 2028, and fully automated stores by 2028 through 2032. Workplace monitoring used by warehouses, logistics, corporate offices. Active now with Amazon, UPS, FedEx, and call centers. AI-driven productivity tracking will be 2026 through 2029, and biometric-based monitoring in 2028 through 2030. Private security camera network used by apartments, malls, casinos, and hospitals. They're common now, but AI enhanced threat detection 2026 through 2028, and full automation alerts and response between 2028 and 2031. And customer behavior tracking used by retail stores, airports, casinos. Used now. Real-time identity and behavior analytics between 2026 and 2029, and integrated with loyalty systems.
Hey, how about them aliens?
2028 through 2032. So, if you're wondering whether surveillance increases after major scandals such as terror attacks, major crime waves, technological breakthroughs, federal funding changes, could be Epstein document releases, right? Or unknown external threat like UAPs.
Alien invasion.
This is how they justify things.
Yeah, so they're going to bring in all this. That's why you're having a conversation. They're basically all saying in sync, okay, guys, next event, right? To bring in the next stage of safety.
Yeah, because they're going all AI, and this was the part I was going to. They're going to go up to 6G, right? Because they want to do ambient AI homes. Okay, Amazon, Google, Apple, Samsung, LG, Philips Hue, and Ecobee, right? Most people have the basic features already. It's going to be fully autonomous homes by 2026 through 2029. Homes that run themselves by 2030, right? They're going to have AI enhanced smartphones, which is already here, but it's going to be full AI native phones by 2026 through 2027. Personal AI companies, which will be like by 2028 and 2030 will be a full-time life manager, is like Microsoft Copilot, Open AI, Google, Anthropic, and Meta AI. Advanced driving assistance, right? Tesla, GM, Waymo, Mercedes, Drive Pilot, Ford Blue Cruiser. There'll be hands-free highway driving, which they have now. But by 2026 through 2028, it will be city-level autonomy. And by 2030, they want it widespread autonomy. AI power shopping. Amazon, you just walk in and walk out. AI deals. Walmart, AI inventory and personalization. Target, Costco, Kroger, AI checkout systems. And then you'll have Shopify for AI storefronts. Wearable tech will be Apple Watch, Samsung Galaxy Watch, Fitbit, Aurora Ring, Whoop, Abbott, and Dexcom, a non-invasive glucose research. Advanced health tracking, which they have now. Non-invasive glucose monitoring, 2027 through 2030. AI-driven medical alerts, 2026 through 2028. They'll have AI glasses.
AI glasses.
Yeah, they already have the AR glasses now, but they'll have everyday lightweight ones in between 2027 and 2029, and mainstream adoption by 2030.
Hell yeah.
Next generation consumer batteries, which will be CATLs, sodium ion, blade batteries, solid state, Samsung SDI. They last longer lasting phone batteries, and sodium devices. So home robotics will be iRobot, Roomba, Samsung Bot Handy, LG AI cleaning robots, Amazon Astro Robot, and Tesla's autonomous for home use. Smart vacuums, mops, which they have now, laundry folding robots between 2026 and 2028, and general home robots between 2028 and 2032. They'll have, let me see, they'll have holographic displays, right? Looking Glass Factory, consumers holograms, right? They're also going to do ultra fast connectivity, Wi-Fi 8 and 6G. Who's making it? Qualcomm, Samsung, Nokia, Ericsson, Huawei, which I found interesting. That Trump got rid of Huawei. Apple and Google. Huawei, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're right now we have Wi-Fi 7. It's going to go to Wi-Fi 8 between 2027 and 2028, and 6G by 2029 to 2030.
It's weird how you go up with the Wi-Fi and all that, and your signal still sucks.
Yeah. We're going to do a smart. You'll also have smart kitchens with all AI appliances, smart ovens and fridges, AI cooking assistants, and fully automated kitchens by 2030. Self-cleaning and self-healing materials. Okay, they have Gorilla Glass, Samsung and Apple self-healing screens. So if your screen cracks, it will heal itself. 3M self-cleaning coatings, and Nissan will have self-healing paint. Well, they're in the research of self-healing paint. So if you scratch a car, it will heal itself.
For your car, not your body.
No, self-cleaning.
So your body can heal itself. I mean, your car can heal itself, but they still can't figure out your body.
They have self-cleaning coatings now. Self-healing phone screens will be available between 2027 and 2029.
Yeah, but we got to go into the shop, and the car doesn't have to go into the shop.
No, it's just going to heal itself.
It's going to heal itself.
You scratch the paint, and it just
yeah, it'll heal itself, and your phone screen too. Crazy, huh?
Yeah. It's about as crazy as damn Huckabee.
So yeah, they already got this is the AI powered they're going to do facial recognition systems through airport stores and public spaces, predictive surveillance, crime forecasting, right? And that's going to be integrated into all cities by 2027, between 2027 and 2030, and drone-based surveillance. There's also going to be smart cities and lot surveillance, which is sensors, cameras, microphones, and analytics embedded in city infrastructure. And cloud-based surveillance platforms. Right?
Yeah. All right, so there's the dark winter exercise I have up on the screen that was held 3 months before 9/11. This is the same thing as Event 201, where they did a simulation with the journalist and everything like that, the whole role play. Dark winter, yeah, the dark winter exercise. That was held at the Andrews Air Force Base in D.C. on June 22nd to 23rd, 2001. It portrayed a fictional scenario depicting a covert smallpox attack on citizens. Now, keep in mind, this right after this was the anthrax. Right, the PrEP Act came into play 2005, which shielded the vaccine companies so that whenever there was a scenario where they needed to rush the vaccines, that they wouldn't be held liable for, because they wouldn't be able to do the testing with it. They're just going to bypass all that, like emergency scenario. So the PrEP Act, you can go read that. So this is Mike Huckabee.
Should Israel be expected to even pay one penny to rebuild Gaza at this point?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I'll tell you, if anything, there ought to be reparations to Israel for the extraordinary fight that they have had to conduct to get their hostages back, 252, including many Americans.
All right, so we give them billions of dollars, send them weapons, and then they still want you to pay them reparations. Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
All right, on to the alien invasion. Got a little clip here I want to play. We're going to comment on it. This is from Valhalla BFT. It's a Green Beret veteran. All right. So we're going to talk about the aliens, and we're going to get the perspective of a couple of different. This is only a couple of minute clip, 12 minutes.
Oh my gosh. Again, Americans want accountability for all of these fucking billionaire files. We know who they are now. We have the files. What are you guys doing? This is not going to work. It's just... What a wild week of distractions it's been, huh? Or attempted distractions from some story. I forget what the biggest story in the world is right now. The distractions are so good, I must have forgot. But we have things like the fact that Iran 3.0 is about to kick off in the next couple of days. And if that wasn't a big enough distraction, they went into their little black bag and pulled out the break glass in case of emergency. Yes, 2 presidents have announced this week that aliens are real. Whoa. And the entire world goes absolutely crazy. Nobody can figure out what to do with themselves, knowing that actually no one gives a fuck about aliens, it turns out, because everybody knows this is just another massive distraction from the Epstein files. Yes, guys, who'd have thought? It turns out we're getting aliens before predators. I actually stole that joke from my buddy Ricky HD, but it was a good one. So yes, let's talk about how aliens are real. Let's get a little bit distracted for a bit. And guys, tonight I will be back live, even on YouTube. Yes, we're out of jail. We're unbanned for an episode talking exactly about this, how the Epstein files are about to cause war with Iran. It'll also be the launch of our Rumble channel as well tonight, so that'll be in the pinned comment. Go ahead and follow us over there if you want. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Helps the channel. Now let's talk about, aliens. So Donald Trump came out last night and said this. Trump said, based on the tremendous interest shown. So apparently he's releasing things if there's a lot of interest in it. I wonder what else there's a lot of interest in right now. Anyway, I will be directing the Secretary of War and other relevant departments and agencies to begin the process of identifying and releasing government files related to alien and extraterrestrial life, unidentified aerial phenomenon, UAPs, and unidentified flying objects, UFOs, and any and all other information connected to these highly complex but extremely interesting and important matters. God bless America. Yes, yes, yes. The extreme interest the American public has shown into.
So isn't that crazy, right? You ask for something to drink and they give you something to eat. Like quite the opposite of what. Oh, you wanted the alien files? Oh, I thought you said Epstein. I thought you said Anthony Weiner's laptop. My bad. Alien files, here they come. Right?
Right? And they might just be files like the Epstein's, and you have to go digging through all this papers just like they did the JFK.
Right.
Aliens? That's.
Wait, is that sign language? They know sign language?
That's what the American public has been so focused on recently, is aliens. Huh. Okay. Sure. Yeah. But it's also interesting because it wasn't just Trump this week that came out and said this, because this is kind of how psyops and distractions work. There's also former President Barack Obama who came out and acknowledged that aliens are real.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in, what is it?
Area 51?
Area 51. There's no underground facility, unless there's this enormous conspiracy, and they hid it from the president of the United States.
Now, it is pretty hilarious that Trump thought that this was some emergency button that he could press and everybody would just forget about the Epstein files overnight and be focused on aliens. The problem is, though, however, this is not new. This is not a new story. This is like 5 or 6 years old. The government and the Pentagon already tried this as a distraction about 5 years ago. If you don't remember, they already came out and told us aliens are real, testified before Congress, played the videos.
Well, hell, Elon came out and said it on stage at the
And what kind of
in Davos.
what kind of footage is that? You can't even make anything out. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I got a bunch of UFO videos I could play, but everybody's already seen them.
If they can give you perfect pictures of the planets, right, from NASA.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's a good point.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you
Perfect
see
pictures of
that
planets.
alien? That alien was a female. I could tell by the bone on the collarbone. That little alien that he put up? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. By the clavicle.
Yeah. Yeah, where is it?
If you put it up there real quick, we might get back to that. Hold on, he might. Here, let's see. Yeah, it was a real quick.
It was before, wasn't it before Obama? Yeah, it was before Obama, but it was after Trump's thing, I think. It was really, yeah, it was short.
Videos.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Okay.
What I find weird is as he turns, that turns with the camera. So I don't see this almost like it's fixed. You see what I'm saying? Like when
why is there light
it stays in the center.
Yeah.
Like if you're following something, like it'd be like shooting up to the left, like you wouldn't be able to like.
Why is there light all over?
Huh?
Light around the object.
Because it's.
Come on now.
Go back to sleep.
It's all just grainy. You barely see it. Come on.
I've seen better movies with better UFO footage than this shit.
Yeah, you remember that? It was big news. You had the Navy pilot who saw this stuff on Joe Rogan. Like, this is not going to work, guys. Ooh, aliens. Everybody get distracted from the giant satanic file ring. Yeah, no. And so, of course, everybody in the country outside of these people has already said, we don't give a fuck about if aliens are real or not. We wouldn't believe the government or you, Donald Trump, if you told us they were to begin with, because all you guys do is lie and cover everything up. So why would we start believing you now? But there are some people who are very excited about this. Can you guess who they are? Yes, the MAGA influencers, of course. And they've been begging for a distraction away from the fact that their party is the party of child protectors. Let's see what they had to say.
We knew it would come to this. The Trump family has now admitted that there are aliens and that Donald Trump has a speech ready to announce extraterrestrial life. Okay, let's run it back for just a second. Donald Trump has actively and often talked about how we have weapons that are alien in nature, that nobody even understands what these weapons are. We don't even understand what these weapons are, like here.
Ah, yes, Benny, just giddy like a schoolgirl. Finally, a distraction from the Epstein administration. Oh, thank God. It's difficult being MAGA having to defend pedophiles.
So there you go with the alien distraction. All right.
Hard-hitting journalism and tough questions for the press secretary today.
Barack Obama, Caroline, was recently asked if aliens are real.
The hell's he got on his forehead?
Well, he says they're real, but he hasn't seen.
Was it Ash Wednesday recently?
Yeah, it's supposed to be. Yeah, Ash Wednesday.
Seen them. The president's daughter-in-law, Lara Trump, told Miranda Devine of the New York Post that the president has a prepared speech on this issue that he prepares.
Boy, they're just amped up about this alien thing, right?
Oh yeah.
You don't even have real, like, legitimate people in the audience over here in this media poll asking real questions. This is horrible. Right.
Deliver at the right time. Is that true? And does the Trump administration believe aliens are real?
Well, a speech on aliens would be news to me. That sounds very exciting, though. I'll have to check in with our speech writing team. And that would be of great interest to me personally, and I'm sure all of you in this room, and apparently former President Obama, too. So we'll keep you posted on that.
Oh, and apparently President Obama, you haven't had a nice thing to say about President Obama ever. Look how happy she is. Look how all the press in there just, oh, let's talk about aliens. Let's talk about hard-hitting journalism. Yeah, are aliens real? Oh my gosh. Again, Americans want accountability for all of these fucking billionaire files. We know who they are now. We have the files. What are you guys doing? This is not going to work. It's just, we all know this is desperate. We all know what they're doing. It's not fooling anyone, again, other than the MAGA shills who want to believe this to begin with. And they don't actually believe it. It's just that they have to believe it because they got all the cognitive dissonance they're going through. Now, for some real hard-hitting journalism on what's going on in the world, let's see what Fox News had to say about this.
Looks like he's mostly just a fixer, a guy who advises. He helps people with their problems. Sometimes those problems are, you need a girl and
or some penicillin.
Or some, if you need it, he's got it.
He's a sex rabbi.
You should perform.
My bad, guys. That's the wrong clip. That's just the files over at Fox News defending Jeffrey Epstein, saying he's just a fixer that brought girls. he's a sex rabbi. My bad. That's the same group of people who's trying to distract you from the Epstein files. Do I believe in aliens? Do you guys believe in aliens? Let me know in the comment section, by the way.
Right. Yeah, I seen that clip. They were downplaying the Epstein thing on Fox, right? Everybody's like, why are my neighbors not waking up? I don't know. So that, and then we have we have two separate, not just two, I actually have several more different examples of people that see this for what it is, right? Like all of a sudden you're pivoting to aliens. So this is from Black Scout Rifle. We're going to play a couple of minutes of this. So they're dropping aliens right on time, right?
Let me just start off with this. Man, those e-files must be real freaking bad, because when the ruling class starts reaching for aliens, that means the house is on fire. You're telling me we go from release the client list to, hey guys, by the way, there's extraterrestrials. Come on, dude. And if you think they won't redact the alien files the same way they redacted Jeffrey's files, you're adorable. Now, here's where it gets interesting. There's scuttlebutt floating around that there's parts of the e-files that there's material that references advanced technology, ancient, elite knowledge, ancient systems. And that's partly why they have not released these files. Okay. So that is probably the reason why some of them are being kept in the dark. There's even an old email that I saw between Epstein talking to Peter Thiel, which I'm going to go down this rabbit hole in the future. I've been planning on all week. I just hadn't got to it. But Epstein is saying that the Rothschilds have prehistoric technology. Prehistoric technology. That is a oxymoron. Unless you believe there were advanced systems before recorded civilization. And once you go there, guys, you're no longer talking about little green men and flying saucers. You're talking about something older, something pre-flood, maybe something biblical. Now, I want to separate the noise from the signal. How this all came about was Obama goes on a podcast and casually says aliens exist.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in what is it?
Area 51.
Area 51. There's no underground facility unless there's this enormous conspiracy, and they hid it from the president of the United States.
Real smooth. He just lets it fly. Now, Trump responds saying that Obama revealed classified information. What does that tell you? Check it out.
That aliens are real. Have you seen any evidence of non-human visitors to Earth?
Well, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. You know?
So aliens are real.
Well, I don't know if they're.
He's perturbed, and there's a reason why I'm going to get into it. It's because he wanted to be the one to announce this, not Obama. He's kind of been in a battle with outdoing Obama.
Real or not, I can tell you, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. He made a big mistake. He took it out of classified information. No, I don't have an opinion on it. I never talk about it. A lot of people do. A lot of people believe it. Do you believe it, Peter?
Well, if the president can declassify anything that he wants to, so if you want to make an announcement.
I may get him out of trouble by declassifying.
We know illegal aliens are real.
Yeah, illegal. Only illegals.
Do you think?
So yeah, he goes on Truth Social and announces that there will be a declassification of UAP, UFO, extraterrestrial files. Okay. And, obviously Obama letting the cat out of the bag. They exist, but they're not at Area 51. And obviously Trump revealed that Trump says Obama revealed classified information. Okay. And again, so Trump goes and says, let's drop it all. And you got to think, man, this time, this moment, this is the perfect time as the pressure from the e-files ramp up. Okay. You expect me to believe that is timing coincidence? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That is called narrative management. That is weapon of mass distraction. I believe that's what the worst Thomas Massey says. They deployed the ultimate weapon of mass distraction, but that e-files aren't going away, even for aliens. So now what's crazy is last week I talked about this. I did a video about this because it came out that Representative Burleson went on a podcast saying that he's been authorized by the DOD to go on and look at the sites with biologics, bodies, ships, technology, whatever it is. Then he goes on further to kind of, they want to, someone leaks it to the press. And then Laura Trump, which I played the clip last week, she said that Trump already had a speech written up for this. And so then Laura Trump is this week now reiterating that.
That he's about to make an announcement about UFOs, because President Obama was just on a podcast talking about how he believes in UFOs and hinting that he saw something when he was president.
Well, I said this in my podcast too. What's funny is we've kind of asked my father-in-law about this because we're like, well, what do you know? Because Miranda, we all want to know about the UFOs, or we all want to know what's going on. And he played a little coy with us. And so that, of course, led us to believe, Eric and I were like, oh my gosh, if he won't even like fully tell us, maybe there's more to it. And then I have just heard kind of around that, I think he's actually said, I think my father-in-law's actually said it, that there is some speech that he has that I guess at the right time, and I don't know when the right time is, he's going to break out.
So she reiterates it. Again, weapon of mass destruction. You have to ask about the timing. Perfect timing, man. We're about to go to war with Iran, maybe calls World War III. I got a lot of information about that, man. There's so much going on right now. I can't even keep up. But anyway, this is where most people, I think, will screw this up. They think Project Blue Beam means hologram aliens in the sky. Maybe. But that is not the only play. And this is my theory. I've never heard anybody say this theory. So this may be a new one for you. The smarter play would be not to fake aliens. What you do is you would present real phenomena and tell the public the wrong origin story. That's the deception. You say they're extraterrestrial. You say they're from another galaxy, advanced biological entities, visitors, when they actually might just be something the Bible has already described. So I want to take a moment just to get theological, because this is where a lot of Christians panic. Over my lifetime ever mentioning aliens, I don't believe in aliens. The Bible don't talk about it. Okay. The Bible doesn't describe extraterrestrial biological life from Alpha Centauri. True. But it absolutely describes spiritual beings, principalities and powers, rulers in unseen realms, entities interacting with humanity, fallen angels, and supernatural deception. 2 Corinthians 11:14 says Satan disguises himself as the angel of light. Now imagine modern packaging, not wings, not halos, advanced interstellar intelligence. Same deception, new wrapping paper, right? So this is where I think a lot of Christians will fall off if this is disclosed. They will say, oh, well, everything's wrong. And that's part of the point. That's part of the point of Project Blue Beam. In Revelation, it talks about global unity, supernatural signs, false savior, mass deception, worship redirected away from God. If you wanted to unify humanity under one narrative, what would be a better method? We are not alone. And man, I actually had this revelation one night in 2020 during the mass pandemonium of the coup. I'm driving home, it's midnight, and I thought in that moment, and I think I said it on videos during that time frame, that what if the play is that is the play. Spiritual entity, interdimensional, whatever you want to call them. And then they tell us they're from another planet. Instant planetary identity, instant global cooperation, instant crisis psychology. And if these entities provide technology, knowledge, miracles, powers, you just manufactured a new religious authority. You don't need a Messiah, technically, but you take an advanced being, and that's how you can replace Christ. And that's how you rationalize the supernatural without calling it spiritual. You call it extraterrestrial. Now, let's talk Blue Beam origins for a minute. I've went down this many times, but in case you're new here, Serge Manasse, the guy who popularized it, died under very questionable circumstances, okay, after claiming governments would simulate religious events and extraterrestrial contact. Did he uncover truth? Did he embellish? We don't know. But here's what we do know, because Bill Cooper told us about this. There was Cold War era psychological operation documents discuss using external threats to unify populations. So Bill Cooper warned us, and he's been right so far. And if you don't know who Bill Cooper is, you're way behind go read Behold the Pale Horse. So what he said that he saw is there was documented proposals suggesting that staged external threat or aliens could accelerate global governance. It's not a conspiracy. That is declassified strategy theory. That is actual declassified documents.
All right, do you hear that? It could accelerate, like global governance.
Yeah, just like they have planned.
Huh?
Bring in, like I was saying, they use that to bring in the
The
technology,
technology to keep you safe from those aliens.
which, like they said, I mean, some of this technology could be good, right? But not that surveillance stuff.
That's the alien thing is the one thing that could do the one world,
Oh
global.
yeah,
Yeah, that's yeah, the surveillance thing has got to go. That's just not
what do
good.
you think? They had all these channels doing aliens, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So what he said he saw there. So watch this.
Suggesting that stage external threat or aliens could accelerate global governance.
There you go. That's what that's gonna do. All right. They're moving past that Epstein shit. That's nothing. They got the train is flying down the tracks, and there's nothing that can stop it.
Yeah, go watch Bill Cooper. He talks about that. He saw the actual documents. Allegedly, is what he claims, and he says that in his book. The whole Pale Horse, right? That's even Warner. What's his name? Van Buren.
Yeah.
Right. He even said that was our last card before he
Yeah. The
died.
last card was the alien thing.
Yes.
For control, global
external threats to unify populations.
See.
So Bill
about using external threats to unify to bring the people together to accept whatever the hell it is they got ready to rock and roll.
Right.
Bill Cooper warned us, and he's been right so far. And if you don't know who Bill Cooper is, you're way behind the. Go read "Behold the Pale Horse." So what he said that he saw is there was documented proposals suggesting that stage external threat or aliens could accelerate global governance. It's not a conspiracy. That is declassified strategy theory. That is actual declassified documents. Now, the idea isn't new, but the mechanism has just evolved. And this is my take. If disclosure happens, if something manifests, if there's an announcement, the real battle won't be whether something exists. The real battle will be, what are they? Extraterrestrial or interdimensional? Biological or spiritual? Visitors or ancient rebels? Because Christianity doesn't collapse under disclosure. We expect deception. We expect supernatural events. And we expect a strong delusion. What collapses under disclosure is materialist atheism. Because now you have intelligence beyond humanity. Now your tidy evolutionary bubble gets punctured. Right? And don't miss this. If they can redact the e-files, they can definitely curate alien disclosure. You won't get truth. You'll get a narrative. And you'll get what moves society where they want. So when they roll it out, don't panic. Don't worship it. Don't buy the first explanation handed to you. Ask the only question that matters. Who benefits from the narrative? I've been saying this for years. Who benefits from that narrative, and what belief system does it replace?
10-4, 5x5, right?
10-4.
Always ask.
Because if the elites know something, it's not that we are not alone. The Bible already said that.
Isn't it strange that Obama wanted to talk about aliens all of a sudden?
Mm-hmm.
It did not. Are they in the files, Michael?
No, they did
Nobody.
not.
They didn't.
Somebody said they looked and they did not find
Okay.
it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Strange, huh?
It's that the final deception won't look evil. It'll look enlightened. So make sure you stay in your Bible, stay sharp, stay grounded, and don't let spectacle override discernment. Stay frosty, stay strapped, stay dangerous. Black Scout survival.
There you go. Right. Don't let spectacle override discernment. Don't let psyops have you stop using critical thinking and
Right. Don't believe, like you said, don't believe what they're telling you.
right. Don't suspend
the
all
things
critical
they're
thinking.
telling you.
Yeah. So this is just like Trump's first term is what Jess is going to talk about right here. This is Elfon, ELOFSONJESS on X. All right, we're going to talk about aliens.
Swindled America with these fucking tariffs, right? So it was Howard Lutnick that just swindled America with these fucking tariffs, right? It's Howard Lutnick that wrote the tariffs in that way, and that is what the Supreme Court has struck down. Not the tariffs in a whole, but basically the way they were being used and how Trump would adjust the rates, right, and use it to negotiate. He can't do that anymore. The tariffs just have to be set at a straight number, and you can't fuck with it. So the tariffs are going to stay, but now they are at set fucking numbers. And Howard Lutnick fucking did this shit, and he knew he did this shit because his kids just made billions of dollars. Lutnick went around fucking scooping up all the tariff return securities insurance, 25 cents on the dollar. So all of that has to fucking go back. This snake motherfucker, dude, he has lied about his fucking connections with fucking Epstein. He's always just standing over Trump's shoulder, just fucking laughing every time that the shit gets fucking fucked up, especially with Epstein and Trump fumbles around on it. He's over his shoulder, just fucking laughing at him. It's his handler, and they're stabbing him in the back. They are purposely making Trump look like a fucking retard. And on top of it, they just swindled America out of fucking billions. That rat motherfucker, like Trump, you were horrible at picking people around you. What the fuck, dude? Somebody get Trump goddamn access to an X account so he can learn what the fuck is actually going on out here. Susie Wiles and all these other Zionist pricks are sabotaging him and making him look like a fucking fool and robbing us all blind in the process. So fucking mad about this. Oh, but we're getting aliens. Yeah, so you're going to learn about that. So good luck to you all. Long live the Republic.
Bring on the aliens, right? Well, wait, there's more. Are you familiar with the hold on. Oh, I was going to show that. Oh, let me go to share this tab. All right, so this is the show we did this morning. Go check it out. Dark Winter Lessons Learned. Andrews Air Force Base, 22 to 23 June 2001.
Yeah, it was really a great. Well, every show is great, what you guys do, but it was really great, and it brought up, you know, where I'm expected to question God, Jesus, the president, like everybody, but for some reason I'm not expected to call out the chosen ones. You know, like it's just not. It doesn't make sense. You know, like in the long run, it just doesn't make sense. So, you know, it's a difficult conversation, and not a lot of people are having it because they just don't know how, I guess. But yeah, it was a great show this morning. Like really, it was a tough one. So, you know, like they're all great, but that was a tough one.
Yeah, here's another clip, November 29, 2011. And then you fast forward to yesterday, 2026.
Our president will start a war with Iran because he has absolutely no ability to negotiate. He's weak and he's ineffective. So the only way he figures that he's going to get reelected, and as sure as you're sitting there, is to start a war with Iran.
CBS News has learned national security officials have presented the president with military options for strikes against Iran. And the president has ordered a buildup of U.S. forces in the region, including the world's largest aircraft carrier, the USS Gerald R. Ford. It comes as Iran is carrying out joint military exercises with Russian forces in the region.
We're either going to get a deal or it's going to be unfortunate for them.
Democratic Congressman Ro Khanna and Republican Congressman Thomas Massie plan to force a vote as soon as next week on a war powers resolution requiring congressional approval before any military action against Iran.
Our president
All right, so there you go.
will start a war with Iran because he has absolutely no ability to negotiate.
What happened to Trump's negotiating skills? Maybe that's not Trump. That's the only conclusion that I can come to.
Right?
All right.
Well, it's kind of odd. They couldn't find, there's no phone in there, right? That Trump was in there, right? Or that phone.
All right. Are y'all familiar with the Tinder dating app, Nadine? The Tinder where they were doing, were they doing trafficking on there?
They're doing some. They're really disgusting and horrible. I've never done it. I don't do any kind of dark web
but
or
you've heard about
dating
it.
stuff or any of that. But yeah, it's someplace you just don't want to go if you're a nice, good person.
Right. Yeah. There was another one that they were doing a lot of trafficking on. They said, what was that called?
Yeah, this one's called the Tinder. Well, anyways, my point of it is they're at Mar-a-Lago, which was weird, right? And they're owned by Muslims. No, wait. Yeah, those aren't Muslims.
We're here at Mar-a-Lago with two amazing, proud Jewish entrepreneurs. We're here with Justin Mateen, the founder of Tinder, and Raphael Lashive, the founder of GoPuff. So I got two questions for you guys. First of all, what does tefillin mean to you?
Holiness and spirituality, connection with a larger force, something that's greater than you are as an individual.
And what does tefillin mean to you? Raph, you wrap tefillin every day, right?
Yeah, I wrap tefillin every day.
It's my rabbi every day.
Yeah, right. It's a daily connection to God, a daily connection to our Creator.
I love it. I love it. And what's your favorite part about being Jewish?
Shabbat. I think the meaning of connecting with family, trying to take some time off the rest of the world, and your busy schedule and just being able to relax. And I'm still trying to work on doing that.
I love it. And with
a little spirituality, maybe I'll get there.
I love it. And what's your favorite part of being Jewish?
It's being a role model. You have to behave a certain way as being a Jew. You have to be a light, and we have to behave like role models and not like something else. So
Right. So we create Tinder app, and that's a total reflection of you as a role model.
They also,
The porn sites.
the Pornhub is owned by
Yeah. So ain't it really weird? They're really spiritual
older
people.
man and woman.
They have really high standards for how they're supposed to behave, but when it comes to business,
But they give it to us.
they give you the Tinder, they give you the porn, they give you and they profit off of everything. So this is,
I think we should be proud of that as being Jews, and it's a really, really special thing.
yeah, it's really weird. It's almost like it says the Tinder founder invited to Trump's Mar-a-Lago praises God, but yes, that Tinder at Trump's Mar-a-Lago, the man who helped build swipe culture was on camera talking about holiness, spirituality, and being a light. Not dating apps, not billion-dollar valuations, not politics. Faith. Inside one of the most politically charged venues in America. So from swipes to spirituality, what exactly are we watching here?
Two Faces.
What is this?
That's he's got the.
It's their
thing.
prayer thing.
Yeah.
He's got it hooked up to his veins?
Yeah. They put the box in there. I don't know why they wrap it around their arm.
They hook it up to their veins right there.
But they
Like he got it, like he just got
wear
left the
it on
hospital.
their arm or their forehead.
Yeah.
The
Looks
black box with that. It's supposed to have scriptures inside the box. Isn't that strange?
Yeah. Yeah. beware of the false light deception, right? The mask come off.
No, I was going to read some of these DARPA.
Go ahead. I'll pull up some
I
videos.
was going to just read some of these advanced aerospace technologies in the U.S. There's a hypersonic glide vehicle, travels faster than Mach 5, and maneuvers unpredictably while gliding through the upper atmosphere. DARPA makes it, Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, and Aerojet.
That is some.
Oh.
And then there is long shot air launch drones called the Gremlin, and Code Autonomous Swarms. Launch for fighter jet, flies ahead of fires. Its own air-to-air missiles. Advanced Volt hybrid lift uncrewed aircraft. It's called Scramjet, an air-breathing hypersonic engine. They use atmospheric oxygen instead of the onboard oxidizer, and enables sustained hypersonic flight. They have all, I posted that in the chat earlier. There's a whole bunch of craft that's out there. They also have I can't even say this, magnified dynamic plasma aerodynamic.
There
Yes.
you go.
And with exotic propulsion, right? They use plasma or magnetic fields to reduce drag, potentially allow higher speeds or lower radars. So, and then no operational aircraft. And then they have a quantum and noble materials for aerospace, right? And that's headed up by DARPA, Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, and BAE Systems.
Oh, Northrop Grumman, that's the same companies that build our aircraft carriers.
Yeah.
So keep in mind, when Bill Cooper said he's seen an aircraft carrier, the ocean opened up and something came up out of the ocean.
Yes. And then they also have Skunk Works.
Northrop Grumman.
Skunk Works, which is Black Project. Black Project's called the SR-72 Son of Blackbird hypersonic recon strike aircraft. NAT, NGAD, Lockheed's. Yeah. AI co-pilots, loyal wingman drones, extreme stealth. RQ-170 Centennial is a stealth UAV.
Apparently, UFOs are getting shot down left and right. That's a missile which hits the UFO, and the UFO has burst into flames. If you look closely, you could kind of see the shape of the UFO. And if you close your eyes, you see absolutely nothing. So it's best to keep them open. But don't forget to blink. Also, don't forget not to blink. Blinking kind of happens automatically.
So I don't know, they could be pulling some of this stuff out. Maybe they have an RQ-180. Their Crown Jewel is the most advanced stealth aircraft ever built. Next generation stealth bomber. Classified space systems. Northrop builds many of the U.S. most secret satellites, includes Signet, early warning, and space surveillance. Boeing Phantom works black programs. Boeing Advanced X-370 37B spaceplane, long duration classified missions. MQ-25 Stingray, carrier-based refueling drone. FAXX Navy 6th generation fighter. Phantom Ray, a stealth UAV demonstrator tech fed into future Navy drones. There's a whole bunch I could use. Quantum navigation, GPS, independent navigation, quantum sensors, Aurora, rumored this is what they're working on. A rumored hypersonic aircraft, possibly confused with SR-72, a TR-38 Black Triangle, which we've seen those, right? But likely misidentified as aircraft. Black Star two-stage space plane, rumored orbital launch system, possibly confused with the X-37B.
It's an airplane. What? Do you see? Why is it making that smoke? Why is it making that smoke?
See, I think that's what they're showing.
What type of airplane is that?
Remember when they showed that one where it goes like
bomb?
this? With like ripples up there? And they said, someone's showing
I'm
off.
actually kind of scared.
She does that.
Oh, bro. What is that? What is that?
What is that?
Does that look like a UFO?
It is.
Are you crazy?
We're gonna have to Google it.
Gotta Google it, see what it is, and then it tells you, just like on the Truman Show. Where they look up the serious canister falls out of the sky, and then the report comes across the radio that it was some kind of debris, space debris or whatever.
A man called William Shaver had written to Palmer about his alleged visit to a subterranean culture, peopled by beings he referred to as Deros and Teros. What he wrote was to create another legend of UFO mythology.
Briefly, it was the story of
So this UFO stuff's been going on for quite some time.
For a long time, but like Mike said, all that's going to be built, exposed as well. Everything's being exposed.
Look, nothing in the sky at all. Then all of a sudden, bam, what is that? Anybody tell me what that is? We're in the middle of the ocean. On a ferry. Nothing around. Look. Nothing around. No land, no nothing. Look, nothing in the sky at all. Then all of a sudden, bam, what is that? Anybody tell me what that is? We're in the middle of the ocean. On a ferry. Nothing around. Look. Nothing around. No land, no nothing.
All right.
Yeah, it looks like that.
What the fuck?
Those
Oh
like
yeah,
drones.
what the fuck is that?
Those are drones there.
Yeah.
Those are drones.
I
You
just
can
did.
Yeah. Like drones.
Yeah. They have drones as big as an airplane.
And even if they showed you something on TV, everybody would be like, that looks like AI. They wouldn't even believe it anyway, so it doesn't even matter. It's not even gonna.
You'd have to go outside and see.
It's gonna have to be something.
On TV, it's not going to fly, I don't think. But
Right.
if they saw it outside, that might be something different.
Because that looks kind of like. Right.
Yeah, it's checking it out. It's like, what's going on? The helicopter circling it.
There's nothing really.
So that's the end of that. Beware of the false light deception, right? For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into apostles of Christ, and no marvel. For Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light as well. Therefore it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness. Alrighty. That's all we got for tonight. Anybody else has anything?
No, good. I saw a video with the circle alien, the UFO, but it was really a space stop. It was really Air Force. It wasn't anything to do with UFO. It said whatever it was on it. So I wish I had saved that. I went back to try to find it, and it was already gone off my feed. But it was a circle with it was the sundial kind of thing. That's what it was.
All right.
Folks.
Have a great rest of your Friday night. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon.
Good night, everybody.
Peace, love, and chick grease.
Good night, everyone. Love y'all.
Where are you going? Are you walking your truth? Or just following lies? Stop accepting unlawful wrongs. Don't march to a corrupted song. Feet on the ground, God in my heart. I know the truth, that's where I start. Reject the noise, don't play the game. Right is right, wrong stays the same. Where are you going? What do you see? Are you living their life or living free? I won't be guided by systems that fall. I stand in my truth. I answer the call. Don't get caught in what they think. That poison served in a pretty drink. I won't be tamed by corrupted hands. I build my life on stronger plans. Reject the path that leads you astray. We change ourselves to change the day. Where are you going? What do you see? Are you living their life or living free? I won't be guided by systems that fall. I stand in my truth. I answer the call. Stop letting corrupted people lead. Truth is the soil and I plant the seed. Change starts here, it starts with me. I break the chains, I claim my destiny. Where are you going? Where you going? What do you see? Yeah, you read. Are you living their life? Are you living or living free? Or living free? I won't be guided by systems that fall. I answer the call. Yeah. Where are you going? I know where I'm headed. Straight in the truth.